Hey guys, Ajax22 here, and I wanted to show you the new electrolysis setup for the new service that we're doing. Basically, you run an Epsom salts instead of conventional soda, washing soda that we've been using, just to try something a little different. And while we're at it, although I know for scientific purposes I shouldn't change out more than one element at a time, I also came across the little cheapy wall wart 12-volt battery top-up deal. So we're going to try that out and see what happens as far as you know, making this work without using a $70 charger that then burns out and you got to replace. So yeah, I got a piece of scrap steel I got to go cut down, drop in here. I'm using the zip ties to suspend the piece with an engagement surface for the lead above the line of the solution, so it shouldn't dissolve the clamps, and then we'll just plug it in, turn it on, and see what happens. So I'm going to go cut that piece of scrap metal down and then bring it out here and get everything started. So I'll be back in a sec. Okay guys, you can see it set up here. Used the bamboo skewer to keep the negative lead out of the water. That's important so that it doesn't dissolve. We've also set up the positive lead up here. I didn't realize that the scrap steel that we're using was 1/8 inch wall, you know, 1x4, but it's a little excessive, and realistically it should probably be cut off right about here. But I didn't have a chop saw handy, so we'll just run it and flip it when the time comes. But this setup should be heavy, not moving, solid enough that we're not going to run into accidental contact. I'm going to do one last quick stir of the electrolyte to make sure that it's as dissolved as it's going to get here initially, and then you know, I'll be right back to plug this in. I also hung a little red light back here, so if we want to check this in the middle of the night, we still have some light to shoot with. So I'm gonna go stir this and then turn it on. One sec. Alright guys, it's all stirred up nice, and plugging it in to see what happens, if anything. Hard to say. Hard to say. There may be a little bit of an oil layer keeping this from working initially, so I might have to just come back here in a second. I probably should also verify that the outlet is in fact working and I didn't just plug it into a random wall outlet that's switched somewhere. Oh, the little things that get in the way of projects. Yeah, this doesn't appear to be doing anything, so let's yeah, no light on. That's usually a good sign that something's not happening correctly. So let's see if that did anything. Nope. Alright, I'm gonna go run down this electrical thing and we'll be right back. One sec. Okay, I verified that the outlet's working. Ditched the little cheapy charger because that was not doing anything, near as I could tell. I don't think it was, since it's a battery maintainer, I think it might have had a circuit to kill it if it wasn't drawing enough. And judging by the bubble rate on the gun, it's not got enough electrolyte. I don't feel like it's actually doing much here. So according to the charger here, we're on a 10 amp 12 volt setup. It's doing its thing. I'm gonna go dump a bunch more Epsom salt in and see if we can get a higher rate of bubbly. But Yeah, you try new things. Sometimes it works out, sometimes it doesn't. Be right back. See, I just dumped the Epsom salts in and gave it a quick stir, and as you can see by the little layer of white bubbles that's forming on the gun, it made a marked effect as far as the electrolysis progression. So I have a much better hope for this. Electrolysis using Epsom salt seems to require a lot more volume of Epsom salt than washing soda was required, but it does seem to dissolve a lot more thoroughly too. So you know, there's some things to be said for using it. We'll let this run and see what happens, but it seems to be going now. Alright, I'll let this run for probably 12 hours, maybe a little longer, and then we'll pull it out and do a nice thorough update video on seeing how this has gone. But yeah, I'm excited. Started doing the electrolysis again. Alright.